Hi, this video will take you into different modules and different expectations of this course. So you would have seen by now that the course is divided into 5 modules. So the 8 weeks we are focusing on different stages of development. So the textbook contains 19 chapters and different parts which are primarily focused on different stages of development. So based on those, we have divided those into 5, and the first one is more of an introductory aspect of the course, and the last one is a consolidation and more like a review of the entire course. And in between, the stages are clubbed together, so it's more focused and more easy to move around. These are 3 aspects of the course that are constant, which some of these, say for example, the reading responses, after you read things that we will be discussing, are due every week. So every week there are a few chapters you'll be reading, and based on those things that stand out to you, you'll be writing about it. And every module, you will be coming up with 5 questions per each chapter. But they are due only in the end of every module. So those are also another aspect of the course. And then you have the experiential aspect, which is more of where you're doing the exercise, one activity first, and then followed by an activity, you will be doing a reflective writing. And that reflective writing is what you'll be doing in blog. So that's something that I want you to learn, the platform of blogging, which I'll be using Blogger, Google's app for blogging. So I will show you some examples and samples in this videos that will give you a little bit more idea of what I'm expecting from you, okay? So this is an example of a student in this course who had just reflected on before reflecting on the questions that I've given. The questions I've given is more like a conversation starter, like the ones that are on your table that you can just pull and if you choose to read those and engage in a conversation. So those are not just those are not the only thing I'm expecting. You can some weeks just go with these things that stand out to you besides what I have pointed out. Just read those. I mean, say these are the things that I'm asking in the syllabus. If you can give me citation, something like this, a quote, a page number, that's just a simple way of letting me know that you have taken time to read the textbook. And here, this is a good time for me to tell you this. I know I must be crazy if I expect you to read all 100 or 200 pages all at once in a week. I am not expecting you to read the entire cover to cover of the textbook, okay? I do know that most of you have already completed your NCE. Most of you have taken a human development course in undergrad. And this course is just an advanced aspect of the human development course. So most of the theories, most of the aspects that you already know, I would say just skim through those and just focus on the new learning aspect of it. There are case studies in the textbook. I want you to focus on those that tells you more of the application of what we are reading, like the theory and the application of it in the counseling setting, okay? So once you read those, then reflect on those in your personal life connection and then application to your professional life. If you can do that, it'd be really great. So see, this is how the student chose to do first. They're focusing on aspects that stood out and then focused on few of the questions from the chapter 1, right? Just focus, I mean, 2 or 3 sentences is all that I'm expecting. I'm not expecting more. Even if you are writing on the questions that I have provided, you don't have to be too descriptive. Just write what you're thinking so others can also see what are different ways of perceiving the same question. What are you others thinking about? So this will be a great conversation that you all can have too. All right, so this is just an example of another assignment of this course, which is test. I just want you to create. Most of you who already have taken NCE, it's easy. You already have study guide. You don't have to create new ones. Just go with the ones that you already have. See if you can put it together for every chapter. Just 5 questions as you're skimming through. pick 5 important things that stand out to you in the form of a question like this, and then include the right answer. If you can include those, come up with 5, just put those in a Word document, upload that for each of the chapters. You're good for this assignment. The module 1. So in the next few minutes, I'm just going to show you quickly each module, okay? So module 1 has 2 weeks. The first week is first and fourth chapter. You have the first reading response that I showed you. And then you have the blog. The first one is more like a test blog, all right? So the main purpose of this is just for you to get familiarized with the Blogger platform. And then this is an example. Say, this is just like, this is not someone in the course. This is one of my undergrad students. This is not the course. So, this is one of the ways in which your blog would look like. It's just a simple introducing yourself kind of blog, but include pictures. See, you can see that he has also included a link here, hyperlinked it, because I asked at least one, if you can hyperlink. That will tell me that you know how to use the option. If you know how to use the picture, you don't have to. If some of you don't want to use your own picture, family picture, use something else. I mean, you don't have to use that. I just want you to get used to the Blogger platform. That's it. All right. So see if you can do that. And module 2. Here you have same 3 those assignments. Yeah, 1. So this is what I have done. I've asked you to pick one of these 3 in any of these. So you have that option. In this example, I'm showing you where I have chosen to do observation for the first one, experimentation for the second, and interview for the third. You don't have to do it in this order. You can pick what you want to do based on your availability. Say I don't have a child, or say I don't have an old geriatric person to interview, or an adult to interview. I may just do an observation, go to a coffee shop and do an observation. However you want to do it, based on your availability, right? So I just want to give you an example of what it would look like when I'm telling you pick a topic to test it. Say observation, I might try to do it this way. I might record where I have a child in our church. I may just ask, or my nephew or someone that I can just try and see reflexes, because say we are studying about reflexes, different types, and our milestones, to just observe and see how is your child reacting and responding. You can get a lot of ideas in YouTube. So this is another way you can write like a report or a checklist of different types of development. You don't even have to do anything with the child. You just have to go sit and observe a child-parent interaction and write about it. Go to the playground, write about it. Anything you can do in observation. So you will be writing that in the blog. And then module 3, the same way. It could be any of these 3 methods you would do for ER2, and then you will write the reading responses. But the example that I have for you is, say, like Jean Piaget's theory, right? If you Google it, you will be able to see. This is just an example. Different. If you have a child of this age group, you can just try and see to do some experiment like this. Just video record it and upload it in YouTube. Copy the link, put that in your blog. Write a small reflection of what was your learning like. What were you planning on testing? What were you expecting? What did you find? And just share your experience in your learning in the blog. That's all. It will not even take you 100 or 200 words to finish your entire blog, right? If you have a video to go with it. So this is an experiment example. And then the 4th module, I will have your ER3, which in my example, I have interview. I have chosen to do interview. I have my grandmother. I'm just, she's 98. So I just want to interview her, to ask her about, like her review her life, photographs, examples, reminiscence therapy, anything that I'm reading in the textbook, but I'm trying to see how does that play out in real life. I can just interview. If I'm interviewing, recording the video, putting it in my blog, I just have to write a small explanation of what was I planning on hearing? What were my questions that I prepared? And what did I find? What were some themes that came out of my interview? In this example that I have here, there are three old 100 plus individuals that they ask the same questions and kind of like see how three of them respond. So that could be a good example for you to do as well. So these are just examples, and this is a final one, final reflection blog. That is not something that you will do, but with all that you've done in the semester, last week, you will just put together and write a final reflection. So you will kind of revisit your story based on what you have read so far, and write about all the experience in doing the exercises, and kind of writing on it. There is a rubric that I've already provided for you, you in the course too. The final week you will also have based on all the questions that you've given. I just want to prepare you guys for NCE. Those who do not have not taken NCE so far, and those who have, just like a refresher, go through the questions. I would give you all the list of the questions that you all have created chapter wise, so you already have it. Just go through them once before you take the test. It's just like a basically open book test. I may increase the time too if you feel like 60 minutes is not enough for 55 questions. Multiple choice comes out of the questions that you guys give, and you will also have an access to it. Just for the learning part, this is not an assessment, it's just for you to learn. That would be the last week. So this is an overview of different aspects of this course. There will be 8 weekly, discussion forums, 50 points each. Each test, each chapter, 5-point test that you will submit, and then final one is 5 points. Then the reading reflection, basically three exercises you will do, right on it. The first one is just a test blog, and the final one is your review blog. And then you will have your participation grade, which is basically if you're keeping up with all your assignments, just putting effort. As you probably now by now you all know, it's not about the word limit, it's not about anything else basically in this course. It's all about your interest and your application. If you put to have an interest population and looking at this course from that lens, if you want to just work on that particular population in every development stage using that lens, you're welcome to do so. Make this course more of practical value to you personally, that you are learning something new in this course, all right? And anytime you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Put that in the discussion forum that I have, where you can just post your question. I can reply. Anyone else who knows the answer can reply. And yeah, you to get in touch. I can send a video as a response to you if you are sending me a text in WhatsApp or video, call me in WhatsApp or whatever. I'm here to respond, so please feel free to ask any questions, and hope you have a wonderful time doing this course and learn. I hope that we all learn so much together in the summer semester.